Hello learners, bonjour aux apprenants and welcome to Learn French with Likiza. Today I have a new book for you in the Apprendre le Français avec un roman, Learn French with a Novel segment. And the book is Nos pires meilleures vacances par Agathe Colombier-Ochberg. Our worst best vacation or holiday by Agathe Colombier-Ochberg. And this book is about a blended family that goes on holiday to Greece, and a lot of interesting things happen during that holiday. The book is suitable for a learner at level B2, B2, C1, C1, and C2. So those three levels, a learner can be able to comfortably read this book. What I liked the most about this book is the fact that it is full of colloquial French. Now, a lot of the times, us teachers tend to rely heavily on teaching formal French. But for a French learner who may eventually end up in a French-speaking country, they will definitely encounter both formal French and colloquial French or spoken French. So I have found it important nowadays to teach colloquial French from time to time. And I have picked out some vocabulary for you. And at the end, there is a highlight. So stick around for that. And before I continue, if you hear noises in the background, it's school holidays in my country, so kids are outside playing. Vous êtes prêts? C'est parti. Dès le lendemain, the next day, or the following day. In a sentence, dès le lendemain, elle a pris le bus pour rentrer. The next day, she took the bus home. You can also drop dès and just say le lendemain. For example, le lendemain, elle a pris le bus pour rentrer. The next day, she took a bus or she took the bus home. Le vol, flight. In a sentence, il a un vol le matin. He has a flight in the morning. Des trucs, which is colloquial French for stuff or things. But you also know that les choses is proper French for things. But if you are in a familiar setting, you can say j'ai un ton de trucs à faire. I have lots of stuff to do. And if you want to be proper in your French, you can also say j'ai beaucoup de choses à faire. I have a lot of things to do. Je meurs de faim, which is colloquial French for I'm starving. In a sentence, quand est-ce qu'on mange? Je meurs de faim. When are we eating? I'm starving. But of course, you already know that in proper French you can say j'ai faim. I'm hungry. But if you want to sound more French, you can go for je meurs de faim. I'm starving. And before I continue, don't forget to check out my previous segment on Apprendre le Français avec un roman, where I focused on the book Tram 83 par Fiston Mwanza Mujila. Un mec, which is colloquial French for a guy. In a sentence, j'adore ce mec. I love this guy or I love that guy. You can also use gare to mean guy, which is slang. Quitter le nid, to leave the nest. And this is an idiomatic expression that indicates the action of moving out of one's parents' home to go to university or to start life as an adult, like we say in my country. And I took an example straight from the book. Elle avait réalisé Combien il lui était douloureux de voir son premier bébé quitter le nid. She realized how painful it was to see her first baby leave the nest. Fringue, which is colloquial French for clothes. But you know, in proper French, you can say habit or vêtements to mean clothes. In a sentence, ses fringues sont toujours à la mode. His clothes are always fashionable. Il est balèze, which is colloquial French to mean he is very good. You can also say c'est balèze to mean that's impressive. Une poussette, a stroller for babies or toddlers. In a sentence, les poussettes sont très confortables pour les bébés. Strollers are very comfortable for babies. Coup de soleil, sunburn. In a sentence, si vous n'appliquez pas de crème solaire, vous attraperez un coup de soleil. If you don't apply sunscreen, you will get a sunburn. M'en fous or je m'en fous, which is colloquial French for I don't care. But politer terms can be ça m'est égal, which means I don't care, or peu importe, never mind. And finally, the highlight you have been waiting for. If you want to say in French, he is getting on my nerves, you will say, il me tape sur les nerfs. He is getting on my nerves. But if you want to say something is getting on your nerves, like it's getting on my nerves, you will say, ça me tape sur les nerfs. It's getting on my nerves. And that is the end of our segment today. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to the channel before leaving, like, leave a comment, and share. You can also follow me on Instagram at Learn French with Likiza. And you can also support me by becoming a patron today, and to also unlock exclusive posts on Patreon you will not find elsewhere on my platforms. Currently, the latest post is 100 words in French pronunciation guide. You can also buy me a coffee to support the work that I do. All the relevant links are in the description box. À bientôt!